So yeah, today I wanted to do a full moon reading. We have a full moon, I believe Aries, happening this Wednesday, and this is going to be a strong one. I'm already feeling the energy. Usually you can feel it 5 days prior, 5 days after. I've been so effing antsy. It is insane how antsy I've been. So I wanted to go ahead and do a full moon reading. My cat's losing her mind. Just wanted to share with you guys. You can see her in the background, literally. She's lost her mind. My new pendant I got. It is the Eye of Ra, such a beautiful pendant. And it matches my tattoo. For all you fellow sun worshippers out there, all you Egyptian queens, all you Egyptian sun goddesses. Yes, 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 we gotta represent. So, this Wednesday, we are having a full moon, and I do believe it's in Aries. I'm antsy as fuck. But I've also been clearing karma and chanting Om, and that can tend to move the energies throughout the universe and make it quite antsy. So, first I wanted to start with thank you so much for the likes, the shares, the comments. I love reading your comments. I love talking to you guys. You guys are so smart, and there are so many people who are so woke out there. Welcome to my spiritual warriors. You guys, I love you so very much. I did have one person in particular ask me to share a little bit of information, more information on how to protect yourself from negative energy. So, first, I'm going to go ahead and raise vibrations. This is called a Tibetan singing bowl. I also have Tibetan symbols. So, the first way to protect yourself is to wake up and shower. I know, it sounds, kind of like a given, right? But to wake up and shower, start your day off fresh. Water is great for purifying energy. Shower meditation is amazing. So to get in the shower, and where I say my positive affirmations is in the shower. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. It's going to be a great day. I am grateful for my home. I am grateful for the food in the refrigerator, the job that I have. Starting with clearing your energy, taking a shower, and then positive affirmations and giving gratitude. Gratitude. Next, incense. Incense are amazing. I use dragon's blood incense anytime I do any kind of readings. Anytime I feel like the energies, because if you're an empath, you can feel these energies out here in these streets. Sometimes the energies are thick. Sometimes I can feel people sending negative energy towards me. So what I'll do is I will light a dragon's blood incense, and I will walk around my home, my front door, and I literally outline the front door with the incense, and I say, God, please protect me from any negative energy. And then I'll say out loud, I send back the energy to the sender with love, light, and healing. I return the energy to sender with love, light, and healing. It always has to be love, light, and healing, because if anyone's sending you any negativity, that's what they need. That's what they're asking you for, is love, light, and healing. I learned the hard way. Do not send anything back to anyone with karma. Now, I've done that a few times, and that was a big no-no, because what that does is you don't ever want to return negative energy to anyone, because it just continues the cycle. What do you think they're going to do when they get that negative energy back? They're going to send it right back to you. And it's just a cycle of negativity. So what you want to do is you send it back with love, light, and healing, and that makes that person feel better and makes them kind of focus on something else. So yes, that's a great way to do it. Chanting. So a lot of people don't know what chanting is. You can Google what chanting Om, O-M, means, what chanting A-M means, what chanting M-A, so Ma, Om, Am, what that means. When you chant Om, what you're doing is you're raising your vibration to the frequency of the universe, and you're able to not only manifest easier when you do that, but you're clearing karma. The only thing is, you're clearing past life karma and current life karma. It usually starts with past life. But if you're a twin flame and you're on this journey, before you can come into union with your twin, you have to clear karma, whether it's past life or current life karma. Usually it's past life karma. you have to clear karma. Otherwise, you cannot come back into union, from what my understanding is. So I sit and I chant Om, and I chant it loud, and I do it often. Now I don't have to do it as much, but I do it often. And what that does is it clears past life karma, but be careful, it can make you very antsy. If you do it too much, you don't have to do it. I would chant Om maybe 10 times at the most, and start with that and just kind of see what you get back and how you feel after. Because sometimes chanting Om, depending on if you're ready for it or not, depending on your spiritual journey and how spiritually awakened you are, it can, from what I've read, not always be great, and it can actually make things, it can make you feel sick, or it can make you really, really antsy. And I think that lately I've been clearing a lot of karma, and it's making me antsy. Secondly, let me think, meditation. So what people don't realize is when you are an empath and you're on the spiritual journey, being grounded is definitive. You have to be grounded. It is key. It is your survival. Especially if you work in the medical field where there's a lot of people around. Sometimes patients are sick, or whatever the case is, or maybe your coworkers are toxic. Being grounded is key. 3 amazing, amazing ways to ground yourself is 1, through meditation. Sitting cross-legged, or, let me rewind that. The best way to ground yourself naturally is getting outside, taking your shoes off, and pressing your feet into the ground, whether it's grass, cement, whatever. Getting in nature grounds you tremendously, but being barefoot is the best way. Secondly, meditation. What I do is I sit and I meditate, I close my eyes, and this works. Lord, let me tell you, I had no idea it worked. I meditate and I imagine an anchor going from the top of my head through my body down into the deepest part of the earth, and anchoring myself, like literally grabbing onto the earth and anchoring myself to the earth. And what I do is I picture myself, I picture as if I'm looking at myself, and there's an anchor coming from my feet, grabbing onto the earth, not just the surface of the earth, deep to the core of the earth, the center of the earth, and anchoring me down. And I do that for hours, and I just keep imagining it going through my body and down through my butt. My hands are also anchored. They have an anchor in each hand and each foot, and I'm anchored to the earth. And that works wonders. It really does. Someone told me that once, and I was like, yeah, okay, but it does. It works wonders. Lastly, the best way that I've found, and I wish I had it with me and I don't because I'm slacking, but grounding oil. Grounding oil has changed my life, has saved my life. Empaths know. When you're out, you're in Albertsons, you're out at a concert, there's so much energy, you literally feel like a tumbleweed in the middle of a tornado. You're just being tossed from left to right, up and down, and you just can't ground. Grounding oil. Go on Etsy or Amazon. I would do Etsy. Amazon, if you're desperate, do Amazon. Etsy. There are so many amazing practitioners out there who make grounding oil. It's all natural. So you don't have to worry about your skin falling off. You don't have to worry about this oil burning a hole into your skin. It's all natural. And they're natural oils like frankincense oil, like sage oil, that these practitioners have studied, and they mix together, and they do it in their home, and they do it in a way that's sterile and safe. And they package it and they send it to people. And it's specifically for people like you and me who need to be grounded. And let me tell you, I use grounding oil when I'm at home. Even though I'm not out and about, I still use it every day. Again, twin flames. Union cannot happen if you're not grounded. If you're out here and your head's up in the clouds and your feet are all up in cloud 9, you cannot come into union. You have to ground yourself. I sent some to my twin because obviously we're mirroring, we're cycling energies, and I could feel that he was not grounded whatsoever. And I was like, dude, this is gonna happen. We gotta get grounded. So grounding oil will change your life. And the way I came across grounding oil is 1 week in particular. I was working with a doctor. We worked on the 9th floor, so we were floating up in the air all day long. And for some weird fucking reason, I could not for the life of me ground myself. I just was astroplaning for hours. What astroplaning means is you're literally floating up here above your body. And this happened for days. And I was so frustrated because no matter what I did, I could not ground my energy. And it was hard for me to do my job. So what I did was I got online and I started Googling. Google is an amazing place. I found so many answers just by Googling and getting on YouTube. And I said, what are great ways? How do I ground myself? Or what can people do who have a problem with grounding? And I just happened to be scrolling and this lady was like raving about grounding oil. And she mentioned, she's like, it has changed my life. It has saved my life. So people who are deeply empathetic and have a hard time grounding oil. Literally, it's strong. The one I use is strong, let me tell you. But I'll use a little dab after the shower. Even if I'm not leaving my house, I ground my energy. I just do. Because obviously your neighbors can suck the life out of you. So you just have to stay grounded. So I use it after the shower. I put a little dab. I do it just straight out of the bottle because I'm used to it now. When I first started using it, I couldn't have done it. Like if you overdo it, you can actually feel sick. So the best way to start when you're first starting using grounding oil, and I suggest everybody go out and get themselves a fucking bottle of grounding oil, is you get like a little spray bottle, something like the size of this, a little spray bottle, or even smaller, half like this, and you fill it with water. And you put a couple of drops of grounding oil, 10 drops of grounding oil in that water, shake it up, and you use it like you're putting on a lotion, like you're rubbing on a lotion. And let me tell you, I'm like, woof, like I'm here. My vision clears up, hearing clears up. It works so well that I would be in a room with like 15 to 30 other people and I would forget they were there. Like I would literally forget that other people were in the room. That's how, and it's not just grounding you, it puts up a shield to where you're not feeling everybody's shit. It dulls your senses. It dulls your sense of smell. It dulls your sense of taste, unfortunately. It dulls your hearing, so if someone like slams the door or drops a bunch of stuff on the ground, it doesn't startle you because it's like a thick shield that it puts up. And if you're an empath, you know you can smell everybody, taste everybody, feel everybody, hear everybody's shit. It's just, the lights can be too much. It's too much. So this grounding oil, literally, especially if you're a twin, I use it every single day. And the nice thing is it's affordable. You can get a little bottle that's like this size on Etsy for like 13 bucks. And you just use one drop. If you're going to use it after a while, after you grow tolerance, just like by itself, one, or behind the knees. If you are wearing it and you're at work, I suggest that you dilute it because it is very strong. I know I've had a few people, I've gotten in trouble a few times at work. They're like, dude, it's just very strong. And what happens is when you're using it often, you can't smell it because it's dulling your senses. It's working. So I'm sitting here dousing it on and putting it on. And everybody's like, whoo, Shay, you smell really good, like too good, because it's powerful. But I can't smell it because it's working and it's dulling my senses. So I suggest just use it sparingly. The bottom of your feet is a great place to put it, and then put your socks and shoes on, and it grounds you all day long, and you don't have to worry about people really like complaining. I wouldn't put it on and then go right into work because people will smell it. But in the morning when you wake up, throw it on after a shower. You know, you gotta be to work 30 minutes to an hour later, you're good. So, let's see what else. So protection incense, grounding oil, protection prayers are a big thing. If you don't have a mantle, I get the little Dollar Tree candles, or I go on Amazon and I get the little tea light candles that are like this big, and I light them and I just pray to God. God, protect me. Meditation, protection meditation is a big thing. I go on YouTube and I'll put in meditation for protection. I'll play that. It's a hertz, so it's a certain vibration that's putting off in the air, and I meditate to that. And I say out loud positive affirmations. I am protected. I am grounded. I am safe. That's a big thing, is your safety. So what people don't realize is if you don't feel safe, if you're always in a state of anxiety or low vibrations, you can't manifest. It's harder to manifest, or it just doesn't happen. So positive affirmations. I am safe. I am grounded. I am loved. I am protected. To all you twins out there, it's part of the healing process. That self-love is part of the healing process. Positive affirmations will change your life. I am grateful for my home. I am grateful for my my kitten. I'm always thanking God for her because she's my best friend. I am thankful for my car. I am thankful for my health, because without health, see that little eye right there? It looks like a little eye. So without your health, you can't really live, right? I am thankful for my health, my family, my twin. Thankful for my twin. Another great way to protect yourself is, what I do is, I put my one hand on my heart, one on my solar plexus, which is your stomach, and I meditate. I'll put in on YouTube meditation for protection, or meditation for love, or meditation for aura protection. I close my eyes and I picture myself a ball of light on the inside of me, in the center of my stomach, this ball of light growing and growing and growing. And then this ball of light expanding. You don't want to keep the ball of light small. What you're doing is you're expanding this ball of light, and you're imagining that there's a mirror on the outside of you. So whatever negativity, for example, I work in the OR, I scrub in surgery. A lot of the times, you'll have energy vampires in the room, whether they realize that or not. And I'm in the middle of the room. I'm stuck for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. There ain't no using the bathroom. There ain't no getting no water. There's no stepping away. But a lot of the times, 99.9% of the time, there's energy vampires in the room. And I can feel them, whether they realize they're doing it or not, I don't know. I can feel them putting off a ton of negative energy. It used to make me want to faint. It used to make me want to throw up. I couldn't focus. I would be like... So what you do is, you imagine this huge ball of light, and I do it every time before a procedure. I'll put up a huge border around me of protection. And I imagine on the outside of that is a mirror. So whatever they're sending to me, it's bouncing off the mirror and it's going right back to them. Like, a lot of people imagine that they're steel, or like stainless steel. I feel like mirrors work best because sometimes people don't know that they're doing it. Sometimes they do. Who knows? I don't know. But whatever that energy that they're sending to you, it's bouncing off that mirror and going right back to them. A lady that I saw a video of, she said that she would imagine that she had a huge ball of light, and you don't want it to be small. You want it to be big to give yourself room, plenty of protection and room. And grounding is huge, and I'll tell you why. One lady decided that she was going to put up a huge sphere and protect herself, but at the bottom of it, it was almost like a U shape. So whatever energy was coming to her was sliding down and sliding back. It was like literally rolling down and sliding back to them. Staying grounded is huge, because what happens is, when energy vampires know that they're draining you, they drain you more. So if you're not grounded, or if they're draining you and you don't react, they tend to get bored and walk away. There's many times I've been at work, energy vampires, they're trying their fucking hardest. And if they can see that I'm starting to sweat and I'm like, ooh, like they can see that I'm distraught, they continue to drain because they know it's working. But if you're grounded and you push that energy back and it does not bother you, eventually they're like, well, fuck, I'm trying to drain an empty well. I'm not getting anything. So then they'll just walk off and go do something else. So being grounded, using that grounding oil is key every day religiously. Like you would put on deodorant, put on your grounding oil. Like you would lotion your body, put on your grounding oil. Like you would put your makeup on, put on your grounding oil. Just like when you leave the house and you have your keys, grab that grounding oil, put it in your purse. It is imperative empaths that we're grounded. Also, an energy vampire, if an empath is fully grounded and shielded and protected, and you happen to walk past an energy vampire, they will not be able to sense that you're an empath, and they won't target you. You can actually trick an energy vampire to not knowing that you are an empath if you're fully grounded and shielded. What it is it dulls your light. It dulls everything, because empaths have really bright lights. So what it is it puts up it literally shields you. It's like putting up tint on a window. It dulls everything. You can't see inside. They can't see what's going on inside. So what this does is it shields your light, so they can't see your soul. So, quote unquote, they can't see your light, quote unquote. the reason energy vampires drain and are attracted to empaths, our light's so bright. So what this does is it dulls your light. It dulls your senses. They can try to drain you, but if you don't react, they're like, oh, she's just another whoever. But if they're trying to drain you and they see, oh shoot, I got a free energy source, they're going to continue. And they're going to do it until you pass the fuck out. They're not happy until they drain you dry. So, it's imperative, babies, empaths, spiritual warriors, to stay grounded. Stay grounded. My neighbors just turned off the TV. They're trying to listen to what I'm saying. Anytime I do a reading or I'm like talking, they instantly start listening. It's weird. But another way, let me think. Another way to protect your energy is through prayer. So I mentioned prayer, incense. Oh yes, okay. So I don't know if you guys are physically into working out. Lifting weights, as crazy as it sounds, grounds you. I noticed that a huge difference once I started lifting weights. Literally, and it makes sense, you're pulling yourself down to the ground, the energy. The weights are pulling you towards the Earth's core. So lifting weights is a great way to ground. Also running. Like getting on the treadmill and running 30, 45 minutes, or walking. Walking is a great way to ground. What else is there? Physical exercise. Just anything that's going to get that energy moving, and deep breathing and getting that blood flowing to the brain is a great way to ground yourself. I religiously use grounding oil because unfortunately my career does not allow me. Sometimes I get home and I'm so dead tired I don't even eat. Like sometimes I get home and I'm so tired I collapse into bed and I don't shower, which isn't cute. I'm working on that, which is why I stay strapped with grounding oils. Crystals, that was another one. Crystals. Hematite, write this down. Hematite is great for grounding. I first discovered hematite, I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago. And it was great for grounding. And it only worked for so long because after a while, you have to like cleanse the stone or your body just gets used to it. But if you're in a pinch or you don't have a way to get grounding oil or whatever the case is, hematite's great. Any dark stones. So I haven't noticed a huge difference with black tourmaline. Everyone says black tourmaline is great for blocking out negative energy. I've used it. I haven't noticed a difference. I still use it and I don't notice anything. Haven't noticed a difference. I don't feel it at all. But a lot of people live by it. What else? Selenite. I have all these crystals and I should be better prepared. Selenite is amazing. Selenite has gotten me through so many things. Selenite has gotten me through being in a room full of energy vampires. It helps center you and it keeps you grounded. What it does is it pulls the energy into the crystal itself instead of you feeling it. The thing about selenite is, selenite holds memory, if that makes any sense. For example, I was having a crazy stressful day at work and I had a huge selenite in my bra, 2 huge ones in my bra. And I was stressed. I was fighting anxiety attacks all day. This is the line of work I've chosen. Don't ask me why. But I was fighting anxiety attacks all day. Energy vampires. Everything was just going fucking wrong. So I put my selenite on, which helped. I went home, passed out like I always do, woke up, put that same selenite back in my bra, and I noticed the same feelings I was feeling the day before were starting to come up out of nowhere. And I was like, ooh, I did not cleanse my selenite. Selenite has to be cleansed. Every time you use it, it has to be cleansed. It has a memory. It pulls that energy in and it holds on to it. So until you cleanse it, I use sage spray or I use a light sage. It has to be cleansed. Even water, but water, it has to be like, if you're desperate, you can run some sink water over it. But like water from a stream, like natural water from a stream is great for cleansing and clearing your selenite. Let me think. Oh yes, so I have hematite here. on a necklace. Hematite's great for grounding. Tiger's eye, so any kind of petrified wood. So if you think about it, trees, what do trees do? They grow from the ground. Their roots run very deep into the ground. Back in the day, hippies used to hug trees. You think that's all because they were high and like, no. Hugging a tree or standing on a tree's roots is deeply grounding. The tree's roots run very deep. So with your bare hands, bare arms, hug that tree, hold on to it. Super grounding. The earth has natural ions that help you ground. Has natural ions that help take away anxiety or depression. You just have to get outside. Have you ever been to the beach and saw someone have an anxiety attack? And no. It's because getting into nature helps dissipate all of that. All right, here we go. All right, full moon. Hopefully that helps you guys. If you have any more questions, I'm more than happy to help you. All right, full moon energy, Wednesday. Spirit, what do we have for our fellow twins out there? I love it. All right. Beautiful. This is a strong one. I can already feel it. 5:35 on the clock. A lot of mirroring energy. A ton of mirroring energy. Beautiful. This is all making so much sense. Nice. I'll take it. All right, Spirit. I'll take this one because I love it. Oh, perfect sense. All right, let's do this. Death and Magic is our first card. A lot of the times, well, all the time, full moons illuminate. Full moons bring to the surface things, especially if you're a twin or you're on the spiritual journey. This is not just for twin flames. This is people who are on the spiritual journey. So, full moons illuminate, and this is Death and Magic. Can you see that little moon right there on her forehead? Beautiful. And it almost looks like there's a full moon behind her illuminating. So what happens is the full moon ignites your intuition, that third eye, what you already know, what your soul already knows. It brings it to the surface and helps you realize it. So full moons are great for helping bring things to the surface, great for helping illuminate things. So for twins, a lot of time, let me tell you, because I'm a water sign, water signs, we are deeply affected by the moon. Why? Well, why do we have waves? We have waves because the moon's energy manipulates the waves. When there's a full moon, the ocean and the water is just going crazy. There are waves like crazy. So I find that a lot of water signs tend to not be able to sleep well on full moons. God knows I'm up and I'm just like antsy as fuck. I'm already antsy and I've been feeling it for the last like 2 days. So this full moon, I have a sneaky suspicion. A whole lot of emotions are going to be coming to the surface. My third eye, I have so much pressure in my head from my third eye. It's fucking insane. But anyways, get your crystals out. If you need help with your intuition, if you feel like you can't quite trust yourself, a full moon with those crystals, let me tell you, moon water. I don't have that problem. I'm very intuitive. I just kind of ignore it half the time. But I'm very intuitive. Get yourself some moon water. Go ahead and put some water outside in a cup, a glass, whatever, under that moon. Put your crystals in that water. Put your crystals outside under a full moon. Let me tell you that intuition is going to be popping. You have to be careful though, because moon water is strong. I don't suggest you drink it. I don't think it's for drinking. I think it's for either like putting on your skin or carrying it around or meditating with it. But this full moon, this full moon is the one that starts. So technically the year starts in spring. Technically the beginning of the year isn't in January. It's spring. It's the spring solstice. This is the first full moon that kicks off spring. So spring cleaning. A lot of things that need to come to the surface that need to be cleaned out and pushed away. Things that no longer serve you. A lot of realizations are going to be coming up. Ooh, the messages are pouring in. A lot of realizations are going to be coming up, whether it's friends that don't serve your highest purpose, exes you need to let go of. Cord cutting ceremonies are great during the full moon. But remember, if you're going to do a cord cutting ceremony, I suggest that one, You don't ever do it in anger. Do not ever do it in anger. Protect your energy, protect the person's energy that you're cutting the cord from. For example, toxic exes who are narcissists, who are energy vampires, friends who may be narcissists, who are still draining you. It's great to do a cord cutting ceremony. What you do is you get either 2 white candles, 2 black candles, a white and a black one. Color doesn't really matter, it's about the intention. You take some twine. You can find this on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And you ask God to protect. Hey God, I ask that you protect both energies. And then you say out loud, let's call him Max. Max is my ex-boyfriend. Max, I appreciate the lessons. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the lessons. Your energy and your presence is no longer needed in my life. I release you with love, light, and healing. I return all energy that was given to me during our time together. I take back all energy that was given to you during our time together. You light, so you have the candle, you light each candle and you have the twine wrapped around it. And once the candle starts to burn and melt, that twine will literally catch on fire and it'll burn the cord. Now, a lot of people don't realize, so I knew my ex was cheating on me, but I didn't know he was cheating with like 4 different girls until I did a cord cutting ceremony, and I literally, on his candle, there's 4 different flames. That represents 4 different energies that are intertwined in that relationship. So a lot of people, when they do cord cutting ceremonies, don't even realize they were being cheated on until they do that cord cutting ceremony. And they see 3 to 4 to 5, 6 different flames coming up. So, anywho, cord cutting ceremonies are great for full moons, because full moons help illuminate what you need to let go of, what is no longer serving you, where it illuminates your path. We're all here for, we all have a divine purpose. And a lot of times, there are a lot of people and a lot of things that clutter or distract or try to hold us back from our divine purpose. Because one, the more an empath is educated, the more they know how to protect their energy, the more useless they are to someone who's only interested in draining, if that makes any sense. So if you know how to protect yourself against an abuser, you're useless to that abuser. So there are a lot of abusers out there who want to trap empaths, trap spiritual warriors, trap twins to keep them from being on their divine purpose, because we'll educate others who are on the same path, and then they've got a bunch of people out here that they can't drain from and get their energy from. So, and it's also another way to learn self-love, time. Everything happens in divine timing. I've been hearing divine timing and timing, I want to say, for damn near last 6 months. So, nothing comes to you before it's time. You cannot attain anything before it's the right time. So, if you're looking to be in union with your twin flame, God will not allow that until 1, you've done the work, 2, the stars have aligned, 3, your twin has done the work, and you guys are in the best circumstance to thrive. God's not going to bring twins back together if one person's homeless. You know what I mean? God's not going to bring twins back together if one person is heavily addicted to heroin. You know what I mean? That's a little extreme. But I'm saying God only brings twins back together when the circumstances are right. When the circumstances are set for you guys to have your best chances of staying together. God wants twins to be together. All this shit out here on TikTok talking about it's impossible, it'll never happen, it's not even meant to be. Yes, it is meant to be. That's why God made twins. That's why God reincarnated twins on the earth at the same time. If you're going to meet your twin, it's because God wants you to be with your twin. So don't listen to the hype out there telling people that they're not a twin, it's not possible, blah, blah, blah. Stay the course, stay faithful, stay close to God and do the work. And I promise you, before you know it. So divine timing is at play here. There are a ton of twins coming back into union. I just discovered a twin flame couple on YouTube last night, and it just made me feel so happy to see them. And yes, they are twins. They're fucking beautiful. I've also noticed a lot of twins. One will be like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and the other one will be like dark skin, dark eyes, dark hair. They tend to be opposites. Like, I've never seen a pair of twin flames that I've seen that are both like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, light skin. It's usually like a Justin Bieber, he's blonde haired, blue eyed, and then Selena has dark hair, dark eyes, and she's tan. And like literally every twin that I've seen, every twin couple I've seen, they look nothing alike. They're complete opposites, which makes sense. Opposites attract. But I'm sure there's probably some out there that look similar. Potential. Focus on the potential. During this full moons are great for manifesting. Full moons are great for harvesting the energy from the moon and telling and putting out into the universe what you want. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So focus on the potential. You see this little pendant above her third eye and this crown on her head? Tell God what you want. I have get a manifestation book. I have a manifestation book. I write down all my manifestations in the book, and I use the full moon energy to do it. So write it, say it out loud, tell the universe what you want, sit in front of a window where you can see the moon is shining in on you, manifest, meditate, put it out there, what you want, and watch it happen. But the thing is, when you manifest, you can't sit and freak out and have anxiety attacks over it. You have to manifest it, give it to God, and watch it come back. Because everything you put out comes back, remember? So if you're putting out good, you're putting out manifestations, they come back when the timing is right. Now, some people can manifest more quickly than others. It just depends on, what's meant to be. But manifest on a full moon, I promise you. Works every time. Healing. Full moons are a great time to heal, especially if you're on the spiritual journey. That third eye. Meditation. Visualization. Visualize what you want. I've manifested everything through visualization and meditation. And then also keeping your vibrations high. So you can't put out into the universe, I want to be with my twin, I want this, I want that, and then go to the damn liquor store or go to the bar every night and be shit-faced drunk with entity attachment. It doesn't work. You have to keep that vibration high, work out, do yoga, eat good foods, be around good people, stay with God. Soul tribe, that's the best way to manifest. Work on your healing. If you're stuck in the past, you're unable to move forward because you're not able to clear things from the past, this full moon will be so great because we're literally, technically, this is the beginning of the new year. The 1st of January is not the beginning. Spring, the spring solstice is the beginning of a new year. So a lot of farmers harvest in spring, or they plant in spring because spring is the beginning of the new year. So it's a great time to do some healing, Self-love. So this is beauty. Work on that self-love. Such a beautiful card. That means yoga, meditation, eating right, setting boundaries. Boundaries are huge, huge, huge. Long story short, I worked at a place where there was a witch there who wanted to basically destroy me and take my power and try to become me. And I was like, nah, never gonna happen. Nope. So setting boundaries. And she hated that I had boundaries. I was like, nah, sorry. Setting boundaries, meaning if you have toxic family members, do not speak to them. Do not allow them just to call you at any time with their BS. There are so many people, I am an expert at cutting people off. I just am. Because my peace of mind, my safety, my peace comes first. So setting boundaries. If you have a toxic sister or a toxic brother, and every time they ring up their phone, can I have money? Can I have this? Can I have that? Oh girl, this, that, and the other. There's always some trauma, some drama, or some problems. That's toxicity. Stop answering your phone. Change your number. Block them. Do whatever it is you have to do to protect yourself. That's a boundary. If you have an ex-boyfriend who loves to text you 3 a.m. in the morning, come back and forth, in and out. Boundaries. Don't let them do it. You have to have boundaries. Boundaries equal self-love. All right. Revelations. Revelations just mean epiphanies, you see? Your life is in your hands. Literally, everything that you want is all in your hands. All of it. If you want to manifest money, if you want to manifest the job of your dreams, the man of your dreams, your twin, the car of your dreams, it's all in your hands. Learn to use the energy around you. You can actually harvest energy from the earth. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Craft. It's a great movie to go. I suggest that you go watch it. Most of the spells that they do in the movie The Craft are real. They're calling corners. So, what is it? North, south, east, and west. You can call corners, meaning you can use other people to help you harvest energy. You can harvest energy from the earth. You can harvest energy from the moon, the sun, anytime, as above and so below. There are so many ways to manifest, so many beautiful ways through visualization, but you have to do it from a place of gratitude. For example, I had an ex who was trying to manifest money because he just didn't want to work. He just basically wanted to sit around and be drunk and high all day. And he also was not a nice person. So he was using my manifestation abilities, and it worked for a while. He became a millionaire. God gave him $1 million. And then God took that $1 million and he really showed his ass. He started becoming extremely abusive, screaming in my face, yelling, like heavy drugs, blah, blah. And what happens is God will give you things and then take it away to test you to see, are you really do you really deserve it? So the thing about it is my ex could have easily manifested that $1 million back because he was obsessed with money. Like, to be quite honest, my ex was, he cared about money more than he cared about human life. And that's just the truth. That's just what it was. So he would use my energy to manifest money. And he did. Became a millionaire. God took it and he lost his mind. He literally would freak out and scream and throw things and rip pictures off the wall and break glasses. And he just was very, very toxic. And God was testing him. He failed miserably. God removed me from his life. And now this guy's more broke than he's ever been. And this is not anything that I wish upon anyone. This is not, I don't gloat in that. I don't find joy out of other people's failures or whatever, but it's the truth. God will give you everything and then take it from you just to see how are you going to act? How are you going to treat other people? Well, my ex failed miserably. The one person that he was using, me, to manifest all this money, he treated like shit. He abused and screamed in my face, blah, blah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Moving on from that. But I'm giving examples because you can manifest. You might lose it. You can manifest it all back. God's going to test you and then test you some more and then test you again to see, do you deserve it? Next, we have earth. Grounding, 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 grounding. So the thing with moon energy or full moon energy, it actually tends to pull you from the ground, if that makes any sense. It puts you more into an intuitive energy is what I'm trying to say. The sun is very grounding. The moon is it's for your intuition. So it's great to get out and ground, be in nature. You see all this green. She's growing. She's literally growing a baby. I'm not saying get pregnant or anything, but yeah, be out in nature. Communication. So whether it's through meditation or whatever the case is, communication is great. I communicate with my twin all the time through meditation. Literally all the time. We send each other messages back and forth. As crazy as it sounds, it's a real thing. But that's why God wants you to open that third eye. So you can meditate and you can speak to your twin. Because union cannot happen until that third eye's open. Until you meditate. And you see these jewels? Literally. These jewels. Right here between the third eye. When people hear communication, they think it's always verbal communication. Human beings communicate with each other nonverbal, whether it's through looks, whether it's through energy, meditation. Everybody's psychic. It's just a matter of building that intuition. The future. Focus on the future, guys. The potential. Use this moon to really focus on the future and manifest the potential that you see and what you want in the future. Manifest. You see all this energy back here, this light? Tell God and the universe what you want, your higher self, what you want. You are capable of having anything and everything that you want in this lifetime. You just have to, 1, decide that you want it. 1, know what you want, decide that you want it, and you're not afraid of it. Put it out in the universe, it'll come back, I promise you. Lastly, what better card than the moon on a full moon? This moon, I feel like, is going to be the strongest moon of the year, full moon of the year, let me tell you. Because it's the first full moon of the year, technically, because spring is the beginning of the year. So whether people believe it or not, the way that back in the day the whole year calendar worked was based off of farming and harvesting and being able to plant seeds. So farmers would plant and harvest and grow depending on, obviously, the weather. So if it's snowing outside and you got 6 inches of snow, you can't harvest and plant food. So that's when people would hibernate. They would go in for the winter and they would sleep because you can't grow during the winter because everything's covered in snow. The weather conditions are horrific. So the best time to plant your seeds through meditation, plant your manifestation seeds now in spring. And by winter, you'll get what you want. If you plant your manifestation seeds now, for example, you write down in your manifestation book, by winter of 2023, I want to be with my twin. You're planting seeds during the spring. They grow, and by winter, you can bear your fruits. Your fruits are bared is what I'm trying to say. By the time winter comes around, you got it. So it's so important right now to manifest in spring. There's a reason that the strongest moon, and it's Aries. Aries is the first sign. Aries is the strongest fire sign. So if you think about it, Aries is the strongest fire sign. Strong, 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 strong. I don't know if you've ever met an Aries, but let me tell you, they are fire signs. They have a ton of energy. This is the best time to manifest, is during your Aries full moon. You'll get the best results. Also, and I just thought about this, and I did this month, beginning of the month. I don't know if people know this. Cinnamon. Take cinnamon, sprinkle it in your hand, go to your front door. Stand on the outside of the front door and say, God, I'm grateful for all of the things that I have, but I ask for abundance. I ask for, whether it's more money, abundance, your job, whatever the case is, blow that cinnamon into your front door, walk in your front door and close it. People don't realize this. Cinnamon is amazing for, I just saw an orb. Cinnamon is amazing for manifesting money. I also do a cinnamon hand wash. So what I'll do is I'll put cinnamon in my hands, I'll fill up a bowl of water, put cinnamon in my hands, dip my hands in the water, and wash my hands in cinnamon. It works every time. If you want to manifest money, water. Get next to some water. Why? Because the moon, water is deeply affected by the moon. If you want to really, really set that intention off, go to a beach on a full moon and sit in the sand and listen to the water and listen to the waves and just watch how many messages you get. The water, being around the water, whether it's swimming in water on a full moon day, whether it's, getting next to a spring, whatever it is. 32 and 33 makes perfect sense. The moon affects water like crazy. So if you're a water sign, you're going to feel this one. I'm already like, my intuition, let me tell you, I've been having, so anytime my intuition is on point or super active, I get crazy, crazy pressure in my head. And I've been having pressure in my head. I've been receiving messages like crazy for the last couple of days. So water signs, fire signs, Aries, because this is the full moon in your sign. Look it up. See what you need to be focusing on. I would say the future, manifestations, where you see yourself, the things that you want to attract into your life. Now is the time to do it. Oh, look at the first card that I pull. Go effing figure. This moon is going to be really, really important to manifesting some success. This moon is going to be, I got some work to do. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do some things. I'm definitely manifesting things. That's for sure. That is for sure. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. Some money might be coming in on this full moon. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Looking up at the stars outside at night. Job offers might be coming in. If you want a job, full moon is a great time. Releasing, giving it all to God, giving it to the universe. Some love might be coming in for some people on this full moon. You might be getting communication from your twin, from your loved one. Some travel might be coming in. You see, she's on that water, those waves. It's a great time to get around those. It's a great time to get around some water. Justice might be playing a part. Oh yeah, this is going to be the best moon, I think, of the year. Best full moon to manifest. To shut the front door. King of Wands. King of Wands is, King of Wands is Aries. Is it Aries or Leo? It's Aries. King of Wands is the Aries card. This is a great, great time to manifest whatever it is that you want. Look to the moon. Alright, let's see here. Sorry guys, I didn't realize that this was... Oh, I just got the Four of Wands coming out. This is going to be a major, major moon for my twin flames out there. A major. It's going to be a very important moon. Lots of messages, lots of twins getting some clarity. Oh, we've got the sun. Wow. Okay. Got the sun coming out. The sun represents brighter days, happiness, happiness, happiness. Your wish is being fulfilled. Your manifestation's coming and coming quick. See this moon right here? High Priestess talks about intuition. This is the intuition card. This is the card of manifestation, intuition. You're going to be receiving a ton of messages. Twins, spiritual warriors, you're going to be receiving a ton of messages from Source. Money, money, money. Some people might be drawing in some money on this full moon. Yep, abundance, abundance, abundance. Grounding, you see, he's walking, and I told you how important grounding is for manifesting. He's walking across this grass with no shoes on. Grounding, getting outside is important. Focusing on what you want. You see, this card talks about regrets, but I see her more focusing and pouring energy into this bowl, what she wants, what this person wants to draw into them, what they're looking forward to, not worried about the past, but thinking about the future. And then, of course, we've got the world. Ending cycles. A lot of cycles are going to be closing out. So technically, we're at the end of the year, and spring is the beginning. So usually at the end of the year, that's when you're going to be ending cycles. The World card talks about ending cycles and starting new things. And it came out upright, so it's good karma. This is the card of karma. Good karma, though. All right, here we go. Ooh, these cards are talking. Money. This is going to be a great, great moon, great full moon for pulling in money. It's going to be an amazing full moon for manifesting money. All right, here we go. All right, Spirit. Any messages for me, please? For the full moon, for my spiritual warriors, for my twins out there, for those who are on the spiritual path. Spirit, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Yeah. Wow. Just reiterating everything I've already said. I'm gonna get emotional. Nice. All right. I told you this full moon, and I'm gonna claim it. Money. Money. This is a great, great, great time to manifest money. The wheel. The wheel came out. What is she standing on? Pentacles. Building that money. That's right. This is a great full moon to manifest money. Also, we're going to be ending some things. A lot of cycles are going to be ending. People who've broken your heart in the past. So it actually came out like this. So people who have caused you worry, anxiety, headaches, broken your heart in the past, it's time to walk away. The Ten of Swords. This is literal. Headaches, broken hearts, walking away from it. This is, remember I told you this moon is going to be ending cycles, illuminating things, people, and things that you don't want in your life, working with people that you do want to work with, manifesting those seeds because it's spring. What do farmers do in spring? They plant seeds so those seeds can grow. You see, he's growing these seeds. When you have balance, what happens? You get what you want. Your manifestations come. See how this person's sitting at the bottom of the stairs, just happy, happy, happy? Those manifestations are coming. The universe is aligning, opening up, and giving this person what they want. 10 of Pentacles. You guys, I mean, just beautiful energy. All right, so let's start with the cards that I received. They're beautiful cards. First, we have the Ace of Wands. Manifest, meditate, tell the universe what you want, visualization, sit in stillness. You can't manifest and you can't talk to God and you can't receive messages from the universe if you're out here in these streets. Sit at home, manifest, sit in stillness. We have got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Divine counterparts, twin flames, soulmates. And they literally came out like right next to each other. So it's going to be a great time to meditate, talk to your twin, talk to your soulmate, manifest. This is King and Queen. This is a twin flame reading. Not necessarily what I had in mind. I mean, it's what I had in mind, but I didn't plan it to solely be a twin flame reading, but it is. See how her hands are up? She's giving it all to God. She's giving it to the universe. That crown is on her head. This crown is on his head. He's literally manifesting. See? The ship. This, quite frankly, the ship back there could be his twin coming towards him. Ooh, wait. Beautiful things are happening. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I get so excited. The King of Swords talks about sitting in stillness. Sitting, you see he's at the top of this. He's literally at the top of a mountain. He's so high, he's up where the birds sit. He's so high, he's up where the owls are. Owls are messengers, wisdom. Divine wisdom comes to you when you sit alone. Swords represent thoughts. When you sit with your thoughts and you meditate, that's when messages come in. That's when questions get answered. Death and rebirth. We're at the end of a cycle. A major, 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 major cycle. I heard karmic cycle. The end of a major karmic cycle is happening. And it's going to be happening on this full moon. If you, right now, is the best time, 6:06 on the clock, to cut karmic cords. Anything and anyone who's no longer serving you. Get some candles. Go to the Night Ancestor. You don't have to spend $1 million to do this. Cut cords. Or even just write it down. Write a person's name down on a piece of paper. And with good intentions and good energy in your heart, light it, fold it, light it on fire, and be done with it. Release them with love, light, and healing. What's next to the King and Queen of Cups? The Ten of Cups. So yeah, this is the happily ever after, the kids, the party, the money. These two people have spent many lifetimes together. They probably spent childhoods together. Many, many lifetimes. You see all these cups represent lifetimes. You see how they're together here. They're together there. They're sitting on the rainbow. Twin flames. Twin flames. So after this full moon, things are 6:06 on the clock. Things are going to move quickly. I have a sneaky suspicion. Whether you're a twin flame or you're on the spiritual journey, you're going to start to see manifestations that you probably set last year or months ago start to come to fruition. Life is going to start moving quickly. It's going to happen quick. 6 of Wands. That's reward. That's reaping your rewards. That's being the champion. That's getting what you want in front of, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's an Instagram, this is literally getting what you want, being the champion, winning. It's beautiful. 4 of Cups. This talks about money. So, 4 of Pentacles, excuse me. I'm having a few different things coming in. Manifesting money is great. It's great, great, great. But also don't spend it frivolously. Don't be in a, the best way to manifest money is to not be in the, my neighbors, I swear they're forever, it's fucking creepy. To not be in a mindset of lack. The best way to manifest money is to obviously not spend frivolously, spend responsibly, but not be in a mindset of lack. So don't just be out here spending your money. Hold on to a few coins, and also don't be in a state of anxiety about money, is what I'm saying. Alright guys, that's what I have for you. This is a super long video. Thank you so, so much for tuning in. And if you guys have any questions, you need any help on clarifications, if you want me to do any kind of readings for you, I'm more than happy. Goddess,